their way. We are rapidly approaching your thank you. We have a few more friends walking in the back door. As you walk in, please quickly take your seat so that we may begin. If you are standing in the aisle next to someone who is looking for a seat, please ask them to take their seats. We have a few people who look like they are still trying to locate their tables. If staff can please help direct them to their seats. Thank you very much.
All aboard! All aboard! DeKalb, greatness is our destination. So sit back, but don't sit too far back. Relax, but don't get too comfortable. And enjoy this phenomenal ride. All aboard! All aboard!
Check, check, check. afternoon or good morning, everyone. I'm Rhonda Thomas, and I'm representing Gladys Knight. And as you can see up here, there's no pips. So I'm gonna need you to be the pips. Are you ready? I know you know this song. L.A. proved too much for the man, too much for the man. He couldn't make it, so he's leaving a life he's come to know. Ooh, he said he's going back to find, oh, what's left of this world, the world he left behind not so long ago. He's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia, leaving on the midnight train. Said he's going back to find a simpler place in time. I guess who's gonna be right by his side? I'm gonna be with him. I know you will. On that midnight train to Georgia, leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. Ooh, ooh. I'd rather live in his world than live without him in mine. He kept dreaming, ooh, someday he'd be a star, a superstar, but he didn't get far. But he sure found out the hard way that dreams don't always come true. Oh no. So he pawned all his clothes, and he even sold his old car on a one-way ticket back to the life he wants to do. Oh, yes, he did. He said he would. Oh, he's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia, leaving on the midnight train. Said he's going back to find a simpler place in time. I guess who's gonna be right by his side? I'll be with him on that midnight train to Georgia, leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. Ooh, ooh, I'd rather live in his world than live without him. Your world is his and hers alone. One love, all aboard, a midnight train aboard. One love, all aboard, mine and his alone. One love, his world, my man, his girl. Hey, I've got to go. Hey, I've got to go. Hey, one love, his love, my man, his world. Hey, I've got to go. Hey, midnight train to Georgia. Thank you.
How about that, guys? All aboard. How about that? Let's give them a round of applause again. I want to thank Jay Fly and friends and Rhonda Thomas. Thank you. That was beautiful. And I want to thank our conductor, Hank Stewart, award-winning poet laureate here in Atlanta. Hank, thank you for your presentation to get us rolling. So welcome, guys. This is fantastic. This is the cathedral, and this is just a great crowd today, a sellout crowd, and it's really a pleasure to see you all here. My name is Michael Parris. I'm president and CEO of the Council for Quality Growth, and on behalf of our co-host, the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce, we would like to welcome you to the 2023 DeKalb State of the County. Mr. CEO, we're proud to have you as a part of this, and we're proud to be able to have this occasion to be here tonight. We're also thrilled to be here in the fabulous Pullman Yard, one of DeKalb County's many, many gems. It's an exciting time here in DeKalb, and we want to thank you, Mr. CEO, for allowing us to host this State of the County. So I want y'all to think about this for a moment. It's a historic moment. It's the first DeKalb State of the County to be held in the city of Atlanta. Doug Shipman, how about that? Historic Pullman Yards has grown to be a major landmark and has only been made possible by the city of Atlanta and DeKalb County working together to make it happen. This is no greater example of our governments working together with the private sector to show us all how success can be made. This former industrial complex, originally built in 1904, is here in the heart of the Kirkwood neighborhood. It became the home to the Pullman Company, the maker of the luxurious train sleeper coaches that you all know about. And the complex is steeped in history as one of the largest employers of African American men in the time of segregation, and the Pullman Porters, who you hear more about later. So it's a great transformation, and if you get a chance to look around the site, you'll see 5 or 6 buildings that are available for all of us in the community. And I want to commend Atomic Entertainment for the work they've done here, along with our DeKalb County friends and City of Atlanta. So now I would like to ask Robert Patrick, DeKalb County Board of Commissioners from District 1 and presiding officer, to join me on stage for his welcome. Commissioner Patrick.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you today? Good weather? Come on, it was a little bit rainy, but we can make it, right? Well, welcome again to everyone, and thank you for attending. I have the honor of recognizing the elected and appointed officials that are here today. We have too many special guests to name individually, but I will recognize, first of all, the members of the DeKalb County Board of Commissioners. We have District 2, Commissioner Michelle Long-Spears. All right. District 3, we have Commissioner Larry Johnson. District 4, we have Commissioner Steve Bradshaw. District 5, we have Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson. District 6, we have Commissioner Ted Terry. And for District 7, we have Commissioner Lorraine Cochran Johnson. We also have members of our Board of Education here today, and if you would, please, board members, please stand up, and everyone please give them an applause. All right. We are also joined by other elected officials, including mayors and council members from DeKalb County and across the region, and we are grateful that you guys are here joining us today, and if you would, please stand so we can recognize you too. And finally, I'd like to recognize all the DeKalb County staff for all the great work that they've done to help put this together, as well as make the daily operations for our residents pull through every time. Please, if you're with DeKalb County staff, stand up right now and let's give them a round of applause. All right, well, for everyone that's here, I appreciate your company, and let's get started with the rest of the program.
Again, thank you all for being here. It is now my, gotta make sure I'm in the right place. It is now my pleasure to welcome Atlanta City Council President Doug Shipman to the stage. Doug?
Good afternoon. Now, we can do better than that. Look around. We should be excited. Good afternoon. It is such a pleasure, Mr. CEO, to my DeKalb County officials, colleagues, to other city leaders who are here from across DeKalb. Let me, on behalf of everyone in the city of Atlanta, welcome this the first time, as Michael mentioned, that this event has been held in the city of Atlanta. We are thrilled. When I was elected a little over a year ago, one of the first things I did was to actually visit, it was still virtual, a DeKalb County Commission meeting to extend a hand of collaboration. The CEO, at my invitation, came over to visit us at City Council a few months ago. In a time in which nationally we see so much divisiveness, there are so many good examples of collaboration and efforts to work together that are happening across the city of Atlanta and DeKalb County. And this is just another great example of that spirit that I know many of you feel every single day when you're working together with both of our jurisdictions. And I would just like to say today that as I look across the incredible opportunities that we have in Atlanta and DeKalb, they will require us to collaborate, to bring transit, to bring housing, to bring health care, to tackle the challenges that we have together. They cannot be solved by one city. They cannot be solved by one county. They can only be solved together because residents know at this moment that they need us to deliver those things so they can live the lives that they want to live. So I simply want to say how grateful I am to be a part of today, how excited I am to see this room, and how much I am looking forward to continuing the spirit of collaboration that has been present for the last year and a half since I've been in this office. And I am very grateful to everyone in this room who is striving to make Atlanta and DeKalb everything that it can be every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate that. I also want to give a special welcome to Atlanta Regional Commission Executive Director Anna Roach and Chairman Kerry Armstrong. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your being with us today. Thank you, right there. And to all of our state Senate, members of the Georgia State Senate and Georgia State House of Representatives, thank you for joining us as well. So today is the 6th of 8 State of the County addresses the Council for Quality Growth will host in 2023. We value the opportunity to bring together the public sector with the business community in this way across the metro region. We have our State of Fulton with Chairman Rob Pitts on May 10th, and our State of Henry with Chairwoman Carlotta Harrell, who is here with us today, on May 24th at the Merle Manders Conference Center. I hope you can join us there. And in between those, we'll host our 18th annual Meet and Greet signature event on Thursday, May 18th in the Plaza at Colony Square. This is one of our favorite events we put on each year, and we're excited to see everyone from around the region, from the public and private sector, gathered together in one place at one time. So the Council for Quality Growth is a regional organization, and as we work to promote quality development policy in all communities, our strength lies in the relationships we develop with local policymakers across the metro Atlanta region, including DeKalb County and all of its cities. Our ability to collaborate with you ensures that everyone has a voice in how DeKalb continues to grow and thrive, and we could not serve our members at this high level without the support of leaders like CEO Thurmond and many other elected and appointed officials here today. So thank you for that. So now we have a special presentation. I'd like to invite Mr. Hilton Howell, who is President and CEO of Gray TV, and Mr. Jay Gibson with the Gibson Companies to come forward along with DeKalb Commissioner Davis Johnson and Decatur Mayor Patty Garrett. Please welcome these folks. Thank you.
Well, I'm not going to be pulling something out of my coat pocket here. It's kind of big enough that you might see it. I'd like to introduce Jay Gibson, who is the developer for the Assembly Television and Film Project here in DeKalb County. And we're immensely proud of what we are building in DeKalb County. Gray Television is headquartered in DeKalb. Our studios will soon be operational in June in DeKalb. And so this community is really our home. And so it is a great personal honor for me and for Jay to be here. And while we'd love to sit here and tell you about the Assembly Project, the reason we're here is to honor a really good friend. Over 30 years ago, I was able to meet with my father-in-law, J. Mac Robinson, John Lewis. He was a true gentleman, and back then, I was just a young kid. But he took me under his arms, and he taught me things that I would have never learned from any other human being. And he led our state in Washington, D.C. He led the civil rights movement. He did so much for us. And we were asked to help move towards finishing out the funding for his commemorative in DeKalb County. And so I'd like Jay to join me and Commissioner Marita Johnson. Jay, you want to get the end? And we'd like to present a check for $50,000 to the John Lewis Commemorative Project. It is presented on behalf of Gray Television, Assembly Studios, and the Gibson Company, all of whom are domiciled in DeKalb County. Thank you guys so very much. We're awfully proud to be able to do this. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I tell you, Mr. CEO, I am speechless, and that doesn't come often. But I would like to say to CEO Howell and to Jay Gibson how much we appreciate this. And I'll tell you that I think that everyone in this room should stand and give these great men a hand, because this is to commemorate John Lewis. And thank you. And I just have a few things to say is when me and Patty, and I'm going to not talk long because I want Patty to say a few words, but me and Patty convened the John Lewis Commemorative Task Force. And we did that to determine the best way to honor John Lewis in DeKalb County in the place where he represented, and that was the city of Decatur. And so I read about John growing up. I moved to Georgia. My husband, as a congressman, was in the delegation that John led, and so I was blessed to meet and greet and know John personally. And when I say that John was a giant of a man that met no strangers, I mean it. And John took pictures and talked with everyone that he met. So he is so deserving of this. And I wish his chief of staff was here to see this presentation, but we'll show it to him. But I'm just so heartfelt today. And so we appreciate CEO giving us this money. Now, he said it was the end. We're almost at the end. We've raised $700,000. But if anyone else like to give, I don't want to close it out because we have a lot that we want to do. So thank you, and Patty, thank you all again.
Thank you, Marita. It's been my honor to serve with Marita Davis Johnson and the task force in raising funds and coming together to select an amazing artist, Basil Watson, who is has already started the process of making the beloved sculpture of John Lewis that will go in the place of the Confederate monument memorial that was right. right next to the Decatur Square. We can't think of a more fitting commemoration or place. And I also add my heartfelt thanks for this amazing donation. It is certainly helping us get to where we want to be, and again, we'll take more money. We have plans not just for the sculpture, but for education events and things that will be a part of the city of Decatur and DeKalb County in perpetuity. So thank you again. It's an honor to accept the money and to serve on this important task force. So thank you.
What a great gift. Thank you so much to the Gibson Companies and to Gray TV. So now please welcome Brandon Hartley to the stage. Brandon is the 2023 chair of the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce and an executive with AT&T. Brandon Hartley.
Good afternoon and thank you. Boy, it's tough to follow a $50,000 check donation. Yeah, most of the time you're stuck before lunch, which I am, but then also a $50,000 check donation, that's tough. But I do get the unique privilege of telling all of you, for those of you that have never taken part in a movie before, all of you are extras in a movie today. It's the State of the County that CEO Thurmond has blessed us all with, and I think as you see this play back or play live, I think we'll be all excited in what we have in store for us. So, CEO Thurmond, we look forward to it and look forward to taking part in this. As you all would guess, programs like this wouldn't be possible without the support of sponsors. And so if you'll oblige me for just a moment, I'd like to take just a moment to thank those sponsors who make events like this possible. If you look through the room, we got a packed house. And so we'll take just a few seconds to thank some of our sponsors. Our presenting sponsor today is the Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority. Some of our gold sponsors, the American Medical Response, Goodwill of North Georgia, Perimeter CIDs, Wells Fargo, and WSP. Our resource sponsors are the Metropolitan North Georgia Water Planning District and the Atlanta Regional Commission. And then we'll move on to our silver sponsors. And we have a large number of those, so bear with me here. But thank you to all of them as well. AECom, AT&T, Atkins, Atlas, Barge Designs Solutions, Benchmark Management, CERM, the Collaboration Firm, Comcast, the Decatur Downtown Development Authority, Decide DeKalb, DeKalb Sanitation, the DeKalb County School District, Denton's, Discover DeKalb, Freezy and Nichols, Georgia Power, Graham and Associates, Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta Airport, Jacobs, MARTA, Paramount Consulting, Publix, Ruby Collins, Tetra Tech, and Wide Trim. And then our bronze sponsors, CDM Smith, Chambly Dorville CID, Kaiser Permanente, Medcura Health, Verizon, and VHB. And finally, our supporting sponsors for today's lunch are Accurate Engineering, Brown and Caldwell, Georgia Pacific, Gresham Smith, Kimberly Horn, and Oasis Consulting. If you'll please help me in giving all of these sponsors a proud applause for their support. And now I'll ask if you could all please stand with me in honor of our public safety and honor guards as they present the colors. We'll follow that with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then Rona Medina will sing the national anthem, followed by our invocation by Aman El Amin. pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now we'll welcome Iman on the stage for the invocation.
Please be seated. The great philosopher, mystic, and mentor to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Howard Thurmond, spelling's a little different than our CEO's name, but our CEO has this same spirit. He said that Howard Thurmond said, although faith teaches the human being that God is the human spirit and soul has two inherent demands that must be met relative to God. And they must be met at once. First, God must be vast, limitless, transcendent, and all-comprehensive, so that nothing is outside of the wide reaches of God's apprehension. And second, God must be personal, intimate, compassionate, and present, so that we have a sense of being cared for and not being left alone or stranded in this vast universe. For we all need the assurance of not being deserted by life and not being deserted in life. To that God who is omnipotent and personal at once, let us pray. O God, creator, sustainer, and nourisher of all existence and of ourselves, merciful benefactor, merciful redeemer, we call upon you once again, individually and collectively, uttering, whispering, pleading, and praying to you with various names, yet with hearts that know that you are greater than our estimations, our ideas, and our images, that you are too great to be fully grasped and too merciful to to remain unknown and unapproachable. We ask that you continue to bless and protect this county, our CEO, our commissioners, all of our civil servants and county workers. Bless each of them and all of them with stamina, patience, fortitude, ethics, and commitment to serve our county, our residents, and our vision of comprehensive opportunity, exceptional quality of life, and greatness as our destination. Help them and help each of us, oh God, to support our elderly, to guide our young, to enlarge or engage our citizenry, to empower the good and the decent. Help us to put the neighbor back in the hood and to pave and beautify our streets with compassion, forgiveness, and empathy. Oh God, we ask that you continue to bless and guide our CEO, Michael Thurmond, with enthusiasm, strength, patience, insight, and vision to lead our county through these difficult and trying times with integrity, intellect, fairness, compassion, and collaboration. Help him to inspire all of us and each of us to lift the down and the out, to advance the stagnant, to remind those who have gone ahead to help us to turn poverty into well-being, sickness into health, crime into community commitment, despair into hope, greed into generosity, and apathy into engaged citizenship. We ask a lot, oh God, and though we know you have the power to do all things, we also pray that each of us and all of us will do our part with the gifts and the blessings you have already bestowed upon us to make this county a beloved county of beauty, compassion, caring, and peace, where God, your light shines throughout the land and within our hearts, our minds, and our souls. So help us, God. Help us. So help us, God. Amen, amen, amen. And please consider that also a blessing for the food that's been prepared by Better Bean Catering. And you may now enjoy your salads, and the rest is on its way. May God accept our prayers. Amen.
it does appear at this time that the business luncheon portion of this event is taking place. We are still anticipating to hear from CEO of DeKalb County, Michael Thurmond, who will be delivering his 2023 State of DeKalb County address. This is his 6th annual address, at which point he will talk about his vision for DeKalb County for the year 2023 and outline some successes in 2022, as well as some continued efforts within the county. Again, as you saw earlier with us, our very own Great TV CEO Hilton Howell presenting a $50,000 check to DeKalb County in support of this growing community, and we took you to those live remarks from our very own CEO. Now we are just waiting for Michael Thurmond, CEO of DeKalb County, to come out. I believe here momentarily after lunch is served, he will begin his 2023 State of DeKalb County address.
Say the neon lights are bright on Broadway. They say there's always magic in the air. But when you're walking down the street and you ain't had enough to eat, the glitter rubs right off in your nose. They say the women treat you right on Broadway, but looking at them just gives me the blues. 'Cause how you gonna make some time when all you got is one thing dime, and one thing dime won't even shine your shoes. They say that I won't last too long on Broadway. I'll catch a Greyhound bus for home, they all say. But they're dead wrong, I know they are, 'cause I can play this here guitar, and I won't quit till I'm a star on Broadway. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. If I could have your attention, please. Let's give it up for Jay Fly and Friends, featuring Rhonda Thomas. I don't know about y'all, but I had a hard time sitting still in my seat listening at lunch. Good afternoon. I hope y'all are enjoying your lunch, and please continue to eat. Just try to keep it down a little bit. I'm Rob Ross, the 2023 chairman for the Council for Quality Growth. I've been involved with the council for many years, and as an engineer with Kimley Horn, I do a lot of work in both the public and private sectors. Public and private intersect frequently, and the Council for Quality Growth is the best that I've seen at convening stakeholders and decision makers at that intersection. If you're not a member of the council, please become one. If you're a member but not active, please engage with us. The council engages every day on topics vital to Atlanta's future and invites you to be a part of it. Always near the top of our agenda is water. The state of Georgia and the Atlanta region have made huge strides in making sure this essential resource continues to flow far into the future. Next on our program, we'll hear from Danny Johnson, manager of the Metropolitan North Georgia Water Planning District, for an update on the conservation efforts taking place. The Council for Quality Growth is proud of and supports the work of the Metropolitan North Georgia Water Planning District. And we welcome Danny. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Great to be with y'all. Thanks for this opportunity to say a few words as the resource sponsor for this event. I'm Danny Johnson, and I work with the Metropolitan North Georgia Water Planning District. And in the past, you've probably heard us talk about droughts and water conservation and water wars updates and how important the good stewardship is to our quality of life in this region. Today, let's change it up a little and talk a bit about stormwater, everybody's favorite topic. I know you've all seen headlines about flash floods and what sinkholes can do to our neighborhoods, and you've probably even experienced some of those conditions yourself. The message I want to share today is that as we continue to grow and redevelop our land, it is an imperative that we practice good stormwater management practices in our developments and take care of those investments through proper maintenance. Doing so helps us protect human life, property, and our natural resources and water supplies. And as the intensity and frequency of storms increase, the district is taking collaborative action to improve the region's stormwater maintenance and management practices and policies. We can't do things the way we always have just because it's what we're comfortable with. With that, I want to applaud DeKalb County and their recent efforts in managing their water and wastewater infrastructure. I've seen many miles of new water lines being installed as I drive around the city, and behind the scenes, you don't see it much, but there's a lot of wastewater infrastructure improvements happening with the aging infrastructure investments that DeKalb's been making. Thanks for all you do and keep up the good work. And thanks so much for the council for having us here today and getting a chance to talk with y'all again. So thank you all so much.
Good afternoon again, everyone. I seem like my voice carried pretty well. I almost don't need a microphone. Well, thank you for being here again this morning. My name is Frankie Atwater. I'm the President and CEO of the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce, and I can tell you, walking into this place, many of you probably saw me out there greeting you coming in because I wanted you to be ready to come in and look at this fabulous setup here by our CEO Thurmond and his staff. So let's give him a hand. It is great seeing everyone here taking time out of your day to enjoy some association with business partners and those who have an interest in the success of DeKalb County. The DeKalb Chamber of Commerce was established as a realization to the importance of developing prosperous, healthy DeKalb County. And we have continued to transcend our mission in building this robust organization that is innovative. And many of you have seen me come out, knock at the door, talk about the chamber and the value of your investment and how important that is to understand that your investment is valuable at the chamber and to DeKalb County. Our organization is very nimble and we're strong. We have the resources for business and for our community organizations. We are working on new business supportive programs. I can tell you my staff, right now we're 3 strong. Hopefully we'll double and triple in size. But as an organization and the staff that we currently have, we're working on these new business opportunities that will help our small businesses grow and become more resilient to the economic downturn or the challenges that they face in this economy. So what has your chamber been doing in 2022? And I'll be brief because I can be up here for another hour and talk about the successes of the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce in 2022, but I'll be brief. The Chamber has provided a phenomenal return on member investment by increasing opportunities for small businesses to connect with larger corporations. We've built stronger partnerships with our government institutions. We've diversified streams, our streams to attract additional investment. We increased our membership. Now, get this. We've been actively involved after the pandemic. Things were a little slow. We started moving, building partnerships, understanding and realizing the value of investing into this chamber, the support of our small business community. Our chamber, in 1 year's time, has grown in membership by 150%. But what do? We continue to leverage every opportunity to strengthen the value of your investment by working closely with our elected officials. We continue to work to advance education and workforce development here in DeKalb County. We work on small business programs that we're currently working on to develop one now in partnership with Georgia Piedmont Technical College that will bring about a new way of training, an innovative way of training and providing that opportunity to our small businesses. We're also advancing business corridor improvements. As you'll see a lot going on Memorial Corridor Drive. We're actively doing things to help stimulate the business economy. And then we'll also increase economic development, focusing on the new opportunity that we have in DeKalb County, that is economic development in South DeKalb. And so we're focusing on that effort and making it a push for more economic development in South DeKalb County. Your DeKalb Chamber of Commerce is strong and is positioned to advocate and support our businesses in DeKalb County. So this afternoon, while you enjoy that magnificent lunch, I encourage you to continue being an active member of your chamber as we continue to position ourselves for success in 2023. Now I have the pleasure of introducing our presenting sponsor today. Please welcome to the stage the CEO for Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority, Javon Gibson. Mr. Gibson, please.
Good afternoon. Everybody is full, and they put me on right after everybody's had chicken and green beans, all three of them. I want to thank you. First of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here. There are two guiding principles that I operate by as the CEO of the Hospital Authority. One of those guiding principles is a very simple one, and that guiding principle is this: access to quality health care should not be a privilege for some, but it should be, finish it for me, for all. That's one guiding principle. Another one is a principle that Dr. David Satcher told me many, many years ago. He said, if a system consistently produces the same output, then that system is designed to produce that output. I'll say it again. If a system consistently produces the same output, then that system is designed to produce that output. If COVID-19 taught us anything, it taught us that healthcare, or access to healthcare, is the great equalizer. Health, or the absence thereof, is the great equalizer. So, as a hospital authority, we lock arms and join hands with CEO Thurmond and your county commissioners to do what we characterize as our stewardship responsibility to ensure that their priority for ensuring that everyone has access to quality health care in DeKalb is seen to its full fruition. As the owners of the facilities that are operated by Grady Memorial Hospital Corporation, we recognize and acknowledge that we are your agents. We are your accountability partners. And we stand with you, CEO Thurmond and county commissioners, in making sure that health care is available to all. So, thank you for the honor to be at the table, and thank you for the opportunity to serve DeKalb.
Thank you, Javon, and the Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority for its essential work in our community. Now I would like to introduce a very special part of today's program, the W.W. King Bridge Builder Award presentation. Please welcome our CEO, Michael Thurmond, for this presentation.
Good afternoon. The W.W. King Bridge Builder Award is the highest honor that can be bestowed by DeKalb County's government. We are here to celebrate the accomplishments and achievements of three very special individuals. Our first honoree is the current interim superintendent of the DeKalb County School District, Dr. Fasan Tinsley. I'll say it before, and I'll say it again. The most difficult job, public sector, in DeKalb County is the superintendency of our school district. I celebrate this lady. I honor her. We work together when I was at the school district, and we can say without any reservation, at a time when the school district was at its lowest point, Dr. Tinsley saved the DeKalb County School District.
Tinsley has made an unquestionable mark on the future of DeKalb County. For more than 30 years, this graduate of Spelman College has served DeKalb County with distinction. During this time, Dr. Tinsley has worn many hats for our school system, including school counselor, director of student support services, and deputy superintendent of student support and intervention. She even came out of retirement to fill the interim superintendent role and has worked tirelessly to create an environment where our students, faculty, and parents can learn, work, and thrive. As interim superintendent, Dr. Tinsley has shown exceptional leadership and commitment to educating our children and preparing them for a bright future ahead. She's produced profound results for our school district, forming partnerships with organizations and individuals to help repair relationships within the DeKalb County community. Dr. Tinsley has provided stability and momentum, ensuring our students and educators have the support they need. With more than 93,000 students and almost 15,000 Georgians employed by the DeKalb County School District, there's no question her proven leadership will be felt for generations to come. For her unwavering dedication to the education of our children, DeKalb County presents Dr. Vassan Tinsley as a 2023 recipient of the W.W. King Bridge Builder Award.
Thank you for putting our children first, Dr. Tinsley.
Hello, everyone. First and foremost, thank you so much, CEO Thurmond, and all others that made this award possible. I need to take a moment to thank all of DeKalb that supports our children. All of DeKalb that supports and shows up every day for our children and for their education and their futures. I continue to believe that the real hope and possibility in our world rests with our children. I remain proud to show up every day with unwavering advocacy for all children of DeKalb, regardless of their address, regardless of their zip code, regardless of their skin color. Education of our children is important. It must not be caught up in political wrangling. We must do what's right for children all of the time, every day, all day. At this moment, this recognition and this award is extremely special to me. And I thank you. My family thanks you. I am so appreciative of my sister being here with me today, Mrs. Nikki Tinsley Harlan. Please stand, Nikki. Thank you. Because the importance of doing this work, as Mr. Thurmond has mentioned, it's a lonely job. You're not the favorite person. You have to make hard decisions. And sometimes you have to tell people no. So it's important to have people that support you, genuinely support you, and care about your cause in your corner. Lastly, I want to thank all that continue to care for and sincerely want the best for the children of DeKalb County. Please know that I remain committed. I wish DeKalb the best and always want to see the DeKalb County School District be successful. Again, thank you so much, Mr. Thurmond, and all that helped to make this award special. I appreciate it.
Our next honoree is Mr. Jim Miller. Mr. Miller is a longtime entrepreneur, business owner in DeKalb County, a banker with a heart. Those things do exist. He has been a longtime friend of myself and Zola, but more importantly, a friend of this county. He loves Callenwall, and he is a long-term board member. And Mr. Miller, I talked to him 2 weeks ago. He's out of the country celebrating his 83rd birthday. And so I would like to invite my friend from Callenwall, who will tell you even more about this great man, his love for DeKalb County, and his love for the people of this county. A round of applause for Mr. Jim Miller as he enjoys himself in the South of France.
Good afternoon. I'm Andrew Keenan, and I'm the Executive Director of Commonwealth Fine Arts Center. This is quite an honor to be able to accept the award on behalf of Jim Miller. He has become a good friend of mine for his love of Collinwold, but I just wanted to share a few things that he has done in his past here in DeKalb County. He's been a pretty busy guy. In addition to being the chairman of, well, what was many of you know as Fidelity Bank, which is now Ameris Bank, he's also the past chair of the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce, the Decatur Rotary, and he is the current chairman emeritus of Emory's Carlos Museum. Jim, interesting that he's turning 83. I did some math. He got involved in Collinwold in 1971. And some of you may recall that that was the year when DeKalb was raising money and the community was raising money to save Collinwold, which could have been torn down, believe it or not. And Jim was in his 30s when he did that. And so I think that is a great lesson to all the younger people in this audience, that you get involved at a very young age like that, and you can do some pretty wonderful things. So thank you, CEO Thurmond. I really appreciate this on behalf of Jim Miller.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And if you're not familiar with Callenwall, you really need to invest some time and energy. Give Andrew a round of applause. He's been a great director and leader for us. Thank you so much. Our final award, and folks, this is personal. I tell Zola all the time, I know that I'll never walk this way again as CEO of DeKalb County. The man I honor now is a personal hero. His family, his sister in Athens, Georgia, his late brother-in-law, have all invested in me personally, professionally, and politically. R.L. Brown is DeKalb County. We love you so much, Mr. Brown. You have been there for me in the good times and the bad. And it is my honor to celebrate you, to celebrate your beautiful family, and to celebrate your legacy that has been developed and built in this county. Please turn your attention to the screen.
Robert L. Brown Jr., founder of R.L. Brown and Associates Incorporated, has made a significant impact on our communities for decades. His work in architecture, planning, and design, combined with his strong business skills, have helped him improve the places where we live, learn, work, and play. The Tuskegee University graduate received Georgia's highest honor bestowed upon Georgian architects, the AIA Georgia Bernard B. Rothschild Award in 2017. Brown's contributions to our beloved county have led to numerous accolades, including being elevated to the American Institute of Architects College of Fellows in 1999, and serving as the State Transportation Board Chair and as Vice Chair of the Georgia Historical Society. He has also been recognized as Small Business Person of the Year by the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, Entrepreneur of the Year by the Atlanta Business League, and one of the 100 most influential citizens by Georgia Trend magazine. But his legacy and dedication to community go well beyond his professional accomplishments. His commitment to civic and business leadership, continuing education, and community service have always been an integral part of his business model. R.L. Brown and Associates and its members contribute time and talent to local pro bono projects as well as statewide initiatives. Brown's enduring commitment to community improvement defines his corporate history and leaves an indelible mark on future progress for our community. For his tireless dedication to building a legacy of impact, DeKalb County presents Robert L. Brown Jr. as a 2023 recipient of the W.W. King Bridge Builder Award.
Please welcome the love of R.L. Brown's life, Ms. Barbara Brown. Please welcome her.
Thank you. Wow. This award realizes two of Mr. Brown's life ambitions. One, for whom much is given, much is required. It is better to give than to receive, and that includes time, talent, and resources. Secondly, to build communities by design, beyond the physical structures, but focusing on relationships, leadership, and service. Mr. Brown accepts this distinguished award with gratitude and a deep sense of humility. He considers this honor as one in a representative capacity to be shared by all of his associates. And on his behalf, we say thank you.
I asked Ms. Brown if she would give me a bestowed honor to personally present this award to Mr. Brown. So I'm coming your way, Mr. Ariel.